first is we'll actually put the buckets just behind. That's why the reason why they like the sheltered coastlines, and they also spend a lot more time above the surface of the water. That's why they're called common seals. There's actually more grey seals in the UK than there are common seals. Now you can notice Babyface there does have one of his eyes missing.
Yeah.
He was a rescued seal, rescued over on the eastern coast of the UK, and he spent most of his life at Colchester Zoo. Now while he was living at Colchester, he was suffering from really nasty recurring eye infections, and they were getting quite nasty, quite hazardous to his health, so it was decided the best thing for him would be to have the eye removed. Now since then he hasn't had any further infections. The operation was a complete success. Now his right eye is in absolutely perfect health. These guys have wonderful directional hearing, and the whiskers that you can see there are some of the most complex whiskers of any animals on the planet, and they are 10,000 times more sensitive than our fingertips. They are really, really quite amazing little things. So we have some rescued seals which are completely blind, and even those guys fare really well in here. He gets quite impatient. They fare really well in here, and they often steal fish out of other seals' mouths. It really doesn't affect them whatsoever. These two guys over here, the smaller of the two, are actually Babyface's sons. But we don't do any breeding between our seals here at the sanctuary. We're already quite busy with all the pup rescue work that we do. So when Babyface first came to us, he was 32 years old. This is really quite old for a common seal. They'll normally only live to be about 20, maybe 25 if they're lucky. So we thought he'd be too old to be able to have any more pups, and we made the mistake of putting him in with 2 adult females. Hence, we now have 2 juvenile seals in here as well. Now Luna and Thesia, who are the 2 females, have gone to Weymouth Sea Life Centre to a female-only pool to help discourage any further pups. But Babyface is now 37, so he's a really, really good age for common seals. He's lived probably around 45-50% longer than they normally would out in the wild. And that's due to the really good healthcare he's had throughout his life and all the fish that he could ever want.
Yeah.
So, speaking of fish, it's time to feed these guys. So, we have 2 buckets. One of the buckets